Hello everybody, and welcome back to our first, technically, episode of the Pokemon Infinity Violet Nuzlocke. If you saw what was considered episode 0, you would have known that it was super drawn out, and I had a lot of explaining to do, and I'm probably going to avoid having to do that again. So, again, if you're not sure about anything, and you have any questions about some of the specifics, because this is a little goofy, go ahead and check out that video for a few seconds. What I've done since last time, because what happened was we got our starter. My friend chose this Kricketot for us. I got it up to level 6, which is what our actual starter was around the time of the end of the last episode. And currently, I believe we're still in Poco Path, because obviously we've got to do, by Nuzlocke rules, we have to abide. Actually, no. I think we're going to get another encounter right here, because if I had to guess, and we will check, it cannot be him really quickly, because I do think we can get another one. It seems to be the case. Never mind. Story stuff is happening. If you're familiar with the game, you probably know what's about to happen, but yeah. So while this text progresses, primarily I just wanted to know, how are you guys doing today? That's really important to me, that you guys are doing well, that you're enjoying the video so far, and, you're having a good day, evening, afternoon, whatever it may be. On my most recent videos, there has been so much support, guys. It's crazy. It's not what you expect from the internet at all. Let me just say that. I mean, if you've been on the internet for any amount of time, it's not typically, I don't know, I didn't think it would be the way that it is. But all these random people just saying, like, hey, keep it up, you're doing great. It means a lot. It really is very encouraging for the content. So I am. I'm going to keep it up. I'm going to keep doing what is requested of me, and I'm going to keep making content. I do want to keep this Pokemon series going. It's not necessarily the best thing currently on my channel, but that's okay. I enjoy it, and I'm sure some people will enjoy it, even if it doesn't get as many views. And, I kind of just want an excuse to play Pokemon again. Because after I caught all of them, it was like, okay, what do I do now? It feels like I really got everything handled. So, as you can see, there was like a mysterious cry, if you were paying attention to the stuff in the background. Basically, the legendary Pokemon, wow, he's tweaking. Did you just see that little... we heard a sound, and now this guy's over here knocked out cold on the beach, getting hounded by some hounds, I guess. It's about par for the course. I don't know what he expected. And basically, we got to go through a little thing here where we're going to chase him through this cave, and some stuff's going to happen. I'm really glad... That's cute. I'm really glad that we have the box accessible, because, as you can imagine, we would have had to do all this with our fake starter, and that would have just been annoying. Would not have been enjoyable. The episode 1 would have had to drag on and all this stuff. So we're going to go up and say hi to this fella. His name is Miraidon, which, in case you didn't know, I mean, it's probably obvious by now, but the name for these two legendaries, Miraidon and Chloraidon, are a mix of, well... The pun is ride-on, because they're like bikes, right? But in Japanese, Mirai and Korai actually translate to... I'm trying to do it in the right order. Mirai is future, Korai is past, right? Which, if you've ever seen, like, the anime Mirai Nikki, right? That's, Future Diary. So, that's what's going on there. I'm sure it's obvious to a lot of people, but if you didn't know, fun fact. Gonna feed this guy a sandwich, because they added sandwiches to the game, and they added this guy. So, of course, he's gotta love them, right? It's kind of a nice render, all things considered. It's not fantastic, but it's kind of a pretty sandwich. Hit him with a gomp, nom, gom, nom. It's actually what it sounds like when I eat in real life. I felt really accepted when this game came out and found somebody else who sounds like that. It's kind of a beautiful thing. Pokemon really does bring us all together, doesn't it? No, but, so the other day, I've been going through, trying to find any different up-and-coming, like, roguelikes and stuff available to play, because, like I said, I've been getting a lot of traction on those ones, and, it's super nice because there's so many people who are just making them, and there's a ton of great ideas out there, you guys. There's so many, like, unique, and I've just been looking through the Steam page trying to see if there's anything new that I want to cover, and yeah, there have been a few that have caught my eye, so you may see those in the near future here, because those do seem to be doing quite a bit better. This guy's going to power up after he eats a sandwich, which is fantastic. The crux of this game is that you do get the legendary at the beginning. You cannot use him in battle until the very end. So it's like, it's a weird thing they did, but it works out basically the same as you would think, right? Alright, I'm probably, if you've already seen, I'm probably going to cut through this section here, because basically we just follow him through a cave. We fight some Houndour, however you'd like to say it, and that's seriously it. He breaks a rock or something, I think. It's just like, oh, this guy's really strong, but he's not at his full power. It's this stupid, you got the Pokemon, okay? We keep him. He thinks we're cool. So I'm probably going to skip through this part, so I will catch you guys on the other end of it, because, like I said, I'd love to get into the actual Pokemon stuff, and while this is great and important for the game, it's just this. So I'll catch you guys in a minute here. Alright, and we are back. So, basically, a lot's happened since actually we were in that little stretch there, because I got so bored that I changed my clothes, as you can see, and the second thing is I actually tried to catch one of the wild young goose in there, because, you know, I was just curious what would happen. I haven't been able to check him yet, because you didn't access your menu, and also there was a story event that force killed my Pokemon, which, you know, I forgot about that, and I guess I could have sent out a token to fight for me, but that would have been cheap too. So, assuming he's still dead, because basically you fight, the crux of it is that you get saved by this guy from a level 40 Houndoom, if you haven't seen it. So, basically, you fight him, he kills you in one crunch, and then he saves you. I was hoping it wouldn't kill your Pokemon first, so we'll see if he actually did die, because you saw the animation, but yeah, we'll see. If not, I believe I picked up a revive. We'll use it really quick, and then it'll be Nuzlocke rules from then on, because that's absurd. I mean, it's literally in the story that a Pokemon always dies there. I don't know if you only had one. I mean, which we do in this case. We could have avoided that, I'm sure, but how would you do a Nuzlocke otherwise? It's kind of stupid. So that's how that went. We are now going to follow this guy to the lighthouse. Basically, he powered up, as you saw there, and now he went through that, and now he's knocked out again, because he's weak, he's got, like, mental issues. So, another thing that I wanted to ask you guys is, you know, leave down in the comment section below what type of stuff you guys are into, outside of gaming, even. Because the hard part for me is I'd love to have little chats in regards to, you know, anything and everything under the sun, but I don't want to be uninteresting as hell. Like, for example, I was going to say, you know, what have you guys been watching? You know, like, what kind of shows are you guys into, right? Do you just watch YouTube, or is it Netflix and stuff like that? Lately, I've actually been doing a lot more reading than actually watching things. Like, I'm pretty much caught up on what is serialized in America for JJK, Jujutsu Kaisen, if you're not sure. Fantastic series, by the way. I hear, because it's impossible to not have things spoiled for you, I hear that in the future it's going to get a bit interesting and maybe not as good. But so far, up to what I've read, I believe it's like chapter 21, 22 or something like that that's out in America. Fantastic. I've loved it. So yeah, if there's anything like that you guys are into, just feel free to leave it down in the comments, and, you know, maybe we'll discuss it at some point. It gives me something to talk about, so I don't have to bore the crap out of you guys, right? So it looks like we just got Swift, by the way, in the background. Star-shaped rays. If you aren't familiar, Swift is it can't miss. I believe it can't miss. That, or it's 100% accurate. I think it has 0 accuracy in the sense that it will never miss no matter what. Pretty good move. Not bad base power. It's at least better than Tackle, if our guy can learn it. TMs can only be used once in this game because you can craft them, and we'll see that in a little bit here. You've both been through enough for a minute. I think we better take a breather. What I really want is to see if that young goose is usable. So, okay, here we go. Cool. Awesome. It did not kill our guy. It just looked like it killed him because I haven't been able to access my box here. So he's still at the same health he was. I did take like 3 damage fighting that young goose, but like I said, I have not been able to look at him yet. So let's see here. Was he caught in Poco Path? Inlet Grotto. Fantastic. So here is another token, and I actually did forget to name him. Can I change his... Yes, okay. I was like, I think in this game you can change his name, but I was so unsure if it would even work that I forgot to call him Token. So here we go. That is now going to be our 3rd Pokemon. So that means 2 rounds of 5 minutes of Infinite Craft, which I may start using more words just to give my my choosers more variety, and also because I believe like it scales up exponentially. If you've ever played Infinite Craft, you know, we had 85 words by the end of the first one. If we only pick 5 every time, like, yeah, we get a lot of variety, but either way. So again, if there's any other changes that you guys think would work for this system as well, feel free to recommend them, because I'm more than interested in hearing what you guys have to say about that. I'm going to use this potion, even though it may be unnecessary, and I'm not going to use the Paralyze Heal because I want our Shed Skin to proc. If you don't remember, we have an ability where we can actually sometimes get rid of a status condition. So I want that to proc in our next battle as opposed to us having to, you know, use an item that may be useful later on for a different Pokemon. So you gotta be thinking the way I think, you know? You just gotta be on my wavelength. Why that little? So this guy's Armin. People, I feel like, I don't know what the general consensus is on this guy. I think he's alright. I think his storyline is insanely sad. If you haven't seen it already, I will not spoil it. I'm not sure if we'll cover it in this, just because it's kind of a side thing, but it was super sad. I don't love his hair. He's kind of giving me, I don't know, like, hair rock? What is it, hair metal that I'm thinking of? You know, like Bon Jovi, stuff like that. That's what I'm getting from this guy. The backpack, like, the design is... it's interesting, the sideburns and everything. I think all of us in this picture are supposed to be around the same age, if that means anything for you. I don't know exactly, but... aren't you the son of that researcher, Professor Turo? Yeah, this guy's the professor's son, but the professor takes such a weird role in this game that it doesn't matter nearly as much. He's not Gary Oak, okay? I promise you that. The real issue here is what in the world is this Pokemon doing out here? So he does know Miraidon. They are well acquainted, and actually what's going to happen here as I skip through this text is basically, because he's the professor's son, and I don't know if they tell you this yet, but Professor discovered this in a fancy area of the map. It's called Area 0. Basically, a lot of weird stuff happens. It's a giant crater in the center of this continent. A lot of weird stuff happens. We're not allowed to go in there until the very end. But they found him, and they caught him, and Armin hates this thing, probably because his dad spends all his time on this and not on him. But basically, he says, you know, Miraidon, blah, 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 and he just gives us the Pokeball. Is what's going to happen here. So we're going to get... you think you're up to ordering Miraidon around? How about I test your worthiness? Oh, he wants to fight. So I guess we get to test out our fantastic bug Pokemon. Hopefully level 7 is going to be to the point where we're a little bit over what he's got. We didn't do many fights, mind you. I don't know. It's just a Squobit. Tell me it's just a Squobit. I feel like maybe... I don't know if he'll have a Mastiff, because that would kind of fit with his storyline, but I don't know. These memories are leaving a bad taste in my mouth, and I want it gone. Okay, just a level 5 Squobit. We're going to use Struggle Bug, because it's not super effective, but neither is normal type moves, and it's Stab. Plus, we'll lower his special attack. I don't think he would use a special attack, but again... hey, looks like either we were either we were healed, or our Shed Skin did proc. I don't know which of the two it was, so I might have just wasted a potion, but, you know... like I said, we've got this guy, but look at how much damage we've taken. If this were your starter, I reckon you'd be at probably like 26 out of 30 health right now, as opposed to 10 out of 23. It's just pathetic. We do get another level, though. We might as well have that Squobit level up with us, because... not Squobit, what am I thinking? That Young Goose, because if it's going to be on our team, I'm just going to level them up. I think from the future, I'm going to put them all around the same level. Maybe like a few under my highest when I grind them off camera. Just because, right, it's not fun for you guys to watch, and I might as well have them all around the same power. If anything, it'll just be more frustrating for me, and you guys will get to see more of the game. So I don't think that's too big of a problem, but again, if you have any gripes or anything, let me know, because I'm super open to changes for this. It's just a broad idea that I have. If you really think you can take him off my hands for me, you'll need this. Yeah. He gives you his Pokeball. It's actually just a held item. Not even, I don't mean that. It's a key item, so it just goes in your bag, and it's, you know, whatever. You technically own this Pokemon now. It's not like anything special in that regard. And yeah, basically this is the longest intro ever just to tell us that we got a bike. This is crazy. Hi, friend. Okay, and then he gets back in the ball, and I'm not sure if we're going to have a little riding tutorial. That's sus as hell. But I'm not sure if we're going to have a little riding tutorial, but maybe we will. Next time he and I are battling, and I'm going to wring some answers out of him. We're back on this, by the way. I haven't been talking about Nimona at all this episode, but still terrified. Oh, and then she just switches up. Okay, anybody else seen the Shane Dawson, like, sociopath documentary? I don't remember what they said, but I feel like something like that, you know? I think she might be a sociopath, because she just switched up real quick. We're actually going to go to the top of the tower really quick, and I might cut this out, but I think there's an item up there. Depending on how long it takes me to run up these stairs, it's instant. Say there's got to be, right? Come on. Wow. There's not an item, but it looks like maybe she wanted us to go up here anyways. I should pay attention. There's the city that we're heading to. Mesagoza. I don't want to say it wrong, but this is kind of, it's your Lumio city, if I may. It's like the center area. Also, what is going on with that house on the far right? I don't know that I've ever been up there. What is that? It's going to be so great having you in the same class. Yeah, that big thing in the middle is the school, by the way. That's kind of what we're looking for here. Notice the awful render, mind you. Like, it's visibly blurry. In the mountains and everything, it's... The Switch just can't handle something like this, and here's the switch up. I think it absolutely can. It's just the programmers couldn't handle it, because, you know, games like Tears of the Kingdom are beautiful. This is just sad. Anyways, like you can see, it's kind of a hike to get to school from here. Sorry for skipping up on all this stuff, by the way. If you guys really want to see what it has to say, I can do more reading in the future. Let's make it to Los Platos for starters. That's right on the way. Yeah, sure. I can do more reading in the future. I just worry that it'll come across as, you know, lagging or whatever behind. I don't know. It'd be sluggish, you know? Does it make it more sluggish? Or do I not have anything more interesting to say? That's the question, really. But yeah, okay, so now we are still on Poco Path, as you can see. I was wondering if maybe these guys would be different, but it looks like that, yeah, Inlet Grotto was where we got the one guy. And you can see here on the map things that are catchable in this area. Not that it necessarily matters. Okay, South Province Area 1. So this will be now our 4th encounter. The funny thing is, I get to pick what I want to try and catch. I'm not going to keep catching the same ones, because, like, obviously we could probably get a Tarantula really easy. Psyduck's probably a little harder to catch, so let's go ahead and do that, right? It just feels more fair, considering we want to be able to fail, at least. We're going to get an awful angle here. Let me move that around. We're going to hit him with the Struggle Bug. He's just pure water type, I believe, the whole time. And that's going to be not very effective, so we're good. The Confusion is not great. And I'm not sure if Confusion is affected by Shed Skin. Come on, don't do it. Thank you. What a G. So far, you know, I can crap on this Pokemon all I want, but he's kind of been a G so far. He's not dead yet, right? We're going to try a Pokeball. We might need one more Struggle Bug, but for brevity's sake, let's go ahead and give it a shot, right? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That was hard to watch. Okay. Okay, we caught the Psyduck. We're going to name him Token, and I think this actually will be the spot because, to the best of my knowledge, we're going to do a little bit more story stuff. We're going to have a few fights coming up here, and I think that's going to be it. So, what's going to happen is I'm going to catch you guys after I give this guy a name. I think I'm going to do my rounds of trading, and I'm going to catch you guys after I'm done. And we should have some new Pokemon, and I'll be able to show you what we did. Again, you'll see some of the highlights from my actual method of getting them here. I'm probably going to cut it down a little bit more, just so it's not so frustrating and long to watch in the middle of the video. But, like I said, let's go ahead and get ourselves to the start of this bridge, because this is a pretty little, right? This is cute. A cute way to end off. So yeah, okay, I will see you guys in a little bit, and in theory, our Pokemon, our party here, will look quite a bit different, and I'm excited to see what happens. Alright guys, catch you in a minute. Hello, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm good.
Hey, I got a couple questions for you, actually. I was hoping you could help me out with something.
Alright, let me hear them.
Okay, so I've got here, and they don't mean anything necessarily, but I've got here for you a couple words, and I just was hoping that maybe if I give you these, and you know, we're gonna have to run it back a few times because I've got a few, but if I give you some of these words, if you could maybe turn these into a Pokemon for me, you think you could do that?
Any Pokemon?
It's got to be from Scarlet and Violet. It's got to be in the game, but yeah, pretty much anything you like. Maybe not legendaries, just because I can't breed those. But you know, anything you like. Are you ready? You want to try round one and see what we can do?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and type them out to you so you have them here. But the thing is, seeing as you know the general premise of what's going on here, you do have to explain to me why you're picking, how these words relate to it.
Okay.
So here's your first round here, and I'm gonna give you a little bit to think. It doesn't have to be all of them, mind you. I'm just giving you some variety. I don't know, man. There is some crazy ones. I got a couple first discoveries. Most of them are just the word amber followed by something. I've got amber tragedy, amber ham sandwich, um, amber ham like burger. There was a lot of that. Amber
From
tsunami.
seeing a couple of these,
Yeah.
I think the first one I will give you is Whooper.
Whooper. Okay. Okay. So why? What do you think? I mean, I can kind of guess what you're
I
thinking, but what's your thought here?
I see, puddle, like, just
Yeah.
regular puddle. Tidal wave reminds me of like surf and muddy water
Yeah, and
type
then I mean
feel.
swamp, right?
And
It's a mudfish
swamp,
Pokemon.
it's a, especially in this one, it's a lot darker. It's poison ground, I
That's
guess,
true. That's true.
instead of the
I was gonna say
regular
you little
water.
tool. Mudkip's my favorite Pokemon, but he's probably not even in the game, is he? So that's valid. No, that's
Mudkip.
valid. Okay, so that first one, I'm just gonna go ahead and have it here. How do I do like bold words? I forget, but Whooper is gonna be my first one. Okay, so your next batch, if you're ready, I'm gonna go ahead and type these out. These ones, it's gonna get harder and harder as time goes on because some of these aren't even like things. Two of them are the same thing. I got ones that were really close together and they're basically the same thing. So there's your next set of words. So yeah, we've got these five words. It's gonna be tricky, man. This one, take your
Oh,
time if you need to. That's okay.
it is a little rough. I'm sorry. I got one.
You got one? All right, hit me.
I got one. So it's not a whale.
That's okay.
It's not a burger. Tell you
It's not a
what,
burger. Damn it.
it's not.
I was hoping for that.
Uh, but Hawaii,
Hawaii. I was thinking maybe you'd have a few options there.
palafin,
What?
palafin.
Palafin.
It's the
Oh.
dolphin.
Okay. Is that the lower
Zero to
one?
hero.
Yeah, what's the low? That's the
Uh,
de-evolved one, right? Because it's Palafin,
palafin's the evolved one. It's
uh,
Finizen.
Finizen.
Finizen?
Uh, so,
All right.
is that spelled wrong? Yes, it is. Hold on.
Will this be my last
This
one
is
or
your
no?
last one. Yeah, this is your last
Okay.
batch here. So this is the last
Amber
one.
ham sandwich.
Amber ham sandwich,
Rapunzel fishbowl.
manga, and burnt
Manga
toast.
and burnt toast. I got one, I think.
It hit me.
But Buzel?
Weasel?
Buizel, yeah. Lower
Dude.
evolution of Floatzel.
Dude, that's the one I was trying to shiny for when I got the Finizen.
Oh, I see.
All
Yeah,
right.
it kind of just, fishbowl, water type, so
Yeah, no, that's
kinda
fair. And
connection there.
he's got the
And
blonde thing.
Rapunzel.
Yeah, he's got the
Rapunzel
little
hair.
blonde thing around
Yeah,
his. It's like a
that's
floaty,
what.
but I get it. No, that's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
And he probably smells like burnt toast because he looks like he's always having a stroke.
And I would like to draw every single one of them.
Oh yeah, you gotta tell me what you want to nickname them, and do that.
Oh,
So here, while you
oh
draw them,
boy.
yeah, you got any nicknames for them?
Let me open Paint.
All
I'm gonna
right.
name the Finzen
Or
Boozle.
you're gonna name the Finizen Buizel?
Indeed. I'm gonna name
Okay.
the Whooper
Hold on,
or
hold
the
on.
Whopper. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna name the Whooper Finison.
Okay. I
And
think
I'm gonna
I think I
and
see
you
where this
guessed.
is going. I think you're gonna name it ham sandwich.
I want it. Yes, yes.
Ham sandwich.
Indeed, ham sandwich.
That's not gonna give me
So
an aneurysm. Well, thank you so much for your contribution to this fantastic experiment that I've been running here. I really appreciate it.
yeah, I hope it goes well. I want you to go all the way. All honesty.
I don't think it's gonna go well. Not with this trash, this slop that you thrown my way.
I don't know what you're talking about. Those images are perfect.
They're pretty good. Yeah, so okay, I guess I will I'll keep you updated and be looking forward when the episode comes out. You got anything you want to say to the people before we go?
Uh, No.
Okay, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A lot has happened since last we spoke because, well, we got new Pokemon, right, as you saw, and I'll show those off in a second. But B, another thing that I also have to show you, which, I guess gotta show you anyways, while we get into this fight here, you're actually gonna see it. Our starter evolved. That shouldn't have been off camera. I know full well that shouldn't have been off camera, but I didn't know that this thing evolved at level 10. And it gained experience while I was training up our new Pokemon. So, we've got a Kricketune now. Isn't that fantastic? I love this little goofer. I've always been kind of fond of him. He sucks, but it's cute, right? Let's go ahead into Ham Sandwich here and rename him because that's not correct. Why can't I do it? Why can't I do it? Why can't I rename him? What's going on here? Am I tripping? I was just able to do it with the other Pokemon. Can you only do it once? Or is it maybe because... Oh, guys, I think I know why. So, I'm not the original trainer because my other account is what renamed it. And if I had to guess, that's probably why. So, let's just move on through to the first Pokemon Center. As you can see, we really do need it. I actually think we're going to do this, and we're going to fight this guy really quick. I'm going to go ahead and throw Finizen up into first position, and we're going to see if we can fight this kid. Just because I want you guys to see a battle, right? I mean, that's 60 to 80% of Pokemon. Let's fight someone. That's an interesting model. I don't like the eye placement on that kid. I'm not going to lie, that's terrifying. So... Alright, we are actually not going to do too well against this guy in terms of moves. You can see we're missing a lot of stuff because while I was grinding, I was just hitting a bunch of Pokemon and we were all around the same level. So it was not very easy to kill and we weren't getting much XP. Obviously it worked out, right? And we might even get to level 10 off of this guy. We did get Poison Tail and I think Mud Slap. So this guy's got both Stab, which is really nice to have. The other ones also technically do, but I think it's just because they're pure type, right? You can't really do anything there. Oh, I lost, even though my Pokemon had full HP. I feel like he's kind of dogging on me there, right? Because I had to heal right in front of him. Am I being dogged on? Again, if you haven't seen this game before, this is what the Pokemon Centers look like. They are now completely outdoor, and you can just, stop up and say hi. Here's Nimona, who just does not give up. She never stops. She never ceases. This here's a Pokemon Center, she said kindly. Nah. It's to hide all the hatred. I'll leave the explanation to the pros here. Happy to be of service. Okay, so this is our Officer Jenny. No, Nurse Joy. And this is... this is a fella. This guy's just talking about... There's league points. It's something you get from, I don't know, doing a bunch of crap in the game that I never really dealt with. And this over here is... guys, let me just explain it better and easier. This is so frustrating. She gives us league points, and basically we can either use it in the shop, which is the typical shop you're used to, or we can make TMs. The Union Circle right there, that's for multiplayer. We probably won't touch that in this game here. It's literally just so you can walk alongside your friends, and, I did that once or twice. Cute gimmick, but I've not done it again since it was necessary for evolution. Actually, now that I think about it, you do need it to evolve Finizen, so maybe if we lose our other water type, maybe we'll have to use him at one point. Alright, you guys, and as you saw in that little time-lapse speed-up thing I did there, we are now at the top here, and I do want to fight one more battle really quickly because something important is about to happen, and we can get a little bit stronger. Well, the gimmick of the game is basically about to come into play when I try to go through that door, so I do want to take out some fellas here before we do, just because, it's finally the time where maybe we could lose a battle. I don't remember what the level is there. I feel like we're probably still chilling. But on the off chance that we aren't, This guy should just be flying type right now, so eventually he'll become steel type, I believe. So we would not want to use Poison Tail, but yeah, that's fine. Obviously, a ground type move would do nothing. I'm not going to explain the game to that level because that's just annoying. Nobody wants to hear that. And, you know, even right now I'm pondering how much of this we're going to skip. Because what I really want to get to, at least by the end of this episode, is the part where we where we get to pick what path we're going to go on, right? Which we got to get to the school. So through all of this, we got to get to the school. We got to get through the whole school thing. We got to talk to a bunch of people. Again, this game is almost, I feel like, as bad as the Sun and Moon games, the Alola region. I believe that was Gen 7, in terms of how much you have to do at the beginning, but they mask it better. Because obviously it's all new and fun looking, and you get to move around a lot more, but in all reality, it is still, like, I mean, you can see how long these videos have been, and we're not even anywhere, so. So, this is what's going to happen right now. I thought it was during, but I'm thinking maybe it's not until after, because I think maybe we're just going to get to see it and we don't get our own yet. Let me just stop talking and let you guys witness this, right? Yeah, it's not going to happen yet. That was stupid of me. Okay, we're going to absolutely bone this guy. See, my thought was, Fuecoco would be tricky if we just had a bug type, but now that we've got this, it's like, okay, bye-bye. Oh no, Ember. Okay, well, of course we got burned. Actually, oh no, Ember. This might not even kill then. Yeah, it would have, but he got lucky. Okay, now, is she going to do it? Come on now. I don't care about type matchups. Do the thing. Do the thing. My brother in Christ. I guess not. What I was thinking was going to happen, I could have swore here was the first time that you saw terrestrialization, which is this game's gimmick. I think maybe she has a Pikachu and she's going to use it on the Pikachu. Pawmi. Maybe, okay, maybe she uses it on the Pawmi. I don't know for sure. I'm going to keep using this guy because he's our best bet. I'm not switching into my water type against a Pawmi. That's just stupid. He might be burned, but I don't think this Pawmi can take us out, and I'm gonna do this. If we have to heal up next turn, that's fine. Okay, here it is. So we do get to see terrestrialization, which, if you didn't know, the Pokemon becomes pure whatever type. It can be any of them, so your Pawmi can be like pure steel type. And moves of that type get boosted, and basically that's it. They take on the defensive and offensive points of that type. So like right now, even if this guy was a water type, he would currently be weak to ground and yada yada. And it makes the moves more powerful, and like that, it doesn't matter because he's a ground type, but that would have been a really strong attack in theory, and no. So I wonder, is he going to use an electric type move again just because the AI wants to utilize, like they want to utilize what they've got going on there? Yeah, he is. He's not even going to pay attention to the fact that I'm a ground type. Fantastic. So yeah, you guys get to see that now. I don't know if we get the orb yet. I feel like it might be a little later on, but it's been, you know, since this game came out that I've actually seen this part of it. But that's so sad. Some of these death animations they added in this game are just terrifying. I'm not going to lie. He just... Homie keels over. He's like holding his gut in pain, and he... Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, and it looks like I was gonna just skip through this, but I did forget that right now we just encountered Team Star. I actually battled one of the lackeys, and you get to meet Penny, who's gonna be important eventually. She's, totally not that important, right? But you get to meet her, and right now we're getting our Terra Orb. So this is gonna be the first time that we get to terrestrialize our Pokemon against this second Team Star member. So that's the only reason that I'm actually cutting back into this, because otherwise it's just battles against the evil team. And it's really not even, I mean, the story for the evil team is actually really good. I like what they did there, and the whole, it's like a bullying allegory thing. Like, that's fine, but it's just these two dweebs, and I got halfway up the stairs, and now I'm fighting these guys. I would like to get all the way up the stairs and get going, which is why, again. So, if you didn't want me to skip through this part, congratulations, you're going to get to see half of it. We're going to go ahead and terrestrialize so you guys can see what it's like. Obviously, we've got ground type. You can see that there. And we're going to go ahead and use Mud Shot, because there'd be no point in using any other type move for the most part, right? If we want to do the most damage, this is our goal. So Wooper gets the little globe on his head. Gosh, I love Wooper. Like, I know that's been done to death already, but he's so adorable, even in this other form. I do have a shiny one, I believe, where he's a little more normal Wooper colored. One of my prides and joys. I love him. He's awesome. And I wish I could have brought him into here, but it was already too high level from what I remember. So, see, we did a lot more damage than we probably would have there, and it does the cool animation, and it's not really as necessary right now, I would love to have like a fighting type one where I could have killed him in one shot, but it's just a young goose. I didn't have anything particularly to do there. Maybe we saved ourselves one turn, but, Pokemon and gimmicks in the modern day, that's how it is. So anyways, we're done with that fight. You guys got to see it. Now I'll get back to you when there's something cool. And just like that, we got our first one, which basically this guy's got a dog Pokemon that's sick, and it's actually super sad. I don't want to undersell it, but he's got the dog Pokemon of this game. I believe it's Mabostiff. And it's sick, and he's trying to get these herbs from they're, what are they called? Titan Pokemon. Basically just Pokemon, but bigger. You get to do a little boss fight, and that's whatever. He wants to get them, and you'll have this cutscene where you feed your guy a sandwich, and everyone's happy. And then the dog slowly gets, more and more not injured. I think it got hurt, or it's getting old or something. The dog slowly heals over time, and he kind of gets to, it's cute because he's so happy to see his pet be healthy again. Oh gosh, okay, so looks like we get to talk to the professor here, which this is the professor who's typically important, but in this game, doesn't serve the same roles. We're being introduced to him. We get to talk to him over this TV screen. Obviously, he's not in the same room, he said, and, he wanted to talk to us. So this is Arvin's father. If you're playing the other game, it would be, I assume, his mother. I haven't played it, but I know it's the female one, and I assume they share the same relation. It would break the story if they didn't. I carry out great research within the Great Crater of Paldea, that's also known as Area Zero. Right? So here's a nice aerial photo of it. I mean, that's what it is. It's just a giant crater. Once you get down in there, obviously all kinds of crazy stuff happens, but that's late game. I don't remember even what this guy wants to tell us. I'm going to be completely straight up with you guys. I don't remember what he wanted to tell us. Oh, we've gotten a ride on, and sure, he's upset about it or something. I wasn't expecting this. As you can see, I was just like, oh, okay, we are doing something important now. Not that I do not mean to offend you. In fact, I wish to ask for your assistance. Assistance? Oh. Oh, how good to see that you are well. It has been quite a while since we last met. Imagine talking to, like, talking to this thing. Yes. It is fortuitous that this occasion has brought us together to see you in such fine health on this great evening. And it just goes, Gah? Rhydon was once in my care, you see. Yeah, that makes sense. And I'm pretty sure it was kind of already implied. Its Pokeball was also originally mine. I assume you received it from a young man called Arvid. I am no longer in any position to be able to manage that Pokemon myself. This is what I would ask of you. Will you continue to look after it on my behalf? You seriously couldn't stop me if you tried. Like, you can't even take this thing out of the game if you wanted to, bro. This is it. Rhydon has been greatly weakened and is currently incapable of battle. It can, however, take on a specialized form for mobility. So we're getting our bike now, I guess, is what's happening. It does start out super weak, so we may do the Titanfall road, whatever, to get his abilities, because that's how you like get him more powerful. We feed him those sandwiches with the fancy herbs, and now he can fly, and now he can do this and that, all that crap. I will be in regular contact going forward to keep tabs on your status. Cool, so we got our bike. And hopefully soon, I think the next bit, I'm probably not going to skip anymore just because I'm sure that's annoying for you guys too. And I'm sorry it has to be that way. I just, I value your time, I guess, is what I'm getting at. I think immediately after this, they might introduce us more because we didn't get I don't think we got the Starfall Street, like screen cap that pops up where it's like, mission start. I don't think we got that yet. So technically it probably has not begun. I want it to start. I want it to start. They're going to ask us, they're going to say like, oh, begin your treasure hunt for the thing that means the most to you. And then they're going to say, please decide what you care about. And all that crap's going to go forward. She said, oof. Dude, that's goofy and oof. That's wild. She's just like me for real. Maybe I misjudged you, Nimona. Your very own private room. Keck, let's go check it out. Wow, my dorm room. I don't want to go there. I don't care. You guys, I know you can't affect this truly, but just pray with me, right? Just come on. What is it called? Let's make a spirit bomb. Put your hands in the air. We're going to spirit bomb. We're going to will this game to go faster. Wow, I didn't know that was going to happen. That's kind of wild, actually. The next days flew by quickly. Wow, that's crazy. You did it. I'm so proud of you guys. You did exactly what we needed to do. It's almost wild how coincidental and convenient that was. But I promise I did not know. Okay, it's happening. Guys, it's happening. Chat, is this real? Mods, can we ban this guy? It's time. It's time. No, I get it. This is the first time we've been on the same page this whole time. I've been waiting forever for this. How self-aware of you. You're the problem. You're the reason I've been waiting so long. Go! We're gonna go out this door and everything's gonna be great. Oh. Where do you want to go? Anywhere but here. Hold on. If I was looking at that image correctly, is the schoolyard on, like, at the top of that tower? Are you joking? I didn't look very... Okay, I guess that makes sense. So we're like a bajillion feet in the air right now. Seems everyone is here. This guy's going to do some more yap. And basically, he's going to say, go out and have a journey. Which is their excuse for you're in school, but you don't have to go to school every day. The theme is a treasure hunt, blah, blah, blah. Set out and travel the world in search of your own treasure. You've all learned much within the walls of our fine academy. Wow, there's a lot of... I'm pretty sure I just saw 2 gym leaders. I mean, I knew the one guy was an Elite 4 member, but I'm pretty sure I just saw the ghost and maybe... Ooh. What is that girl? Is there a fighting type gym leader? The girl who makes you do, like, yoga or something. They're saying, have a journey, get to know people, have fun. Where will you travel? Who will you meet? I don't know. I want to find out. Stop it, please. I'm begging you, sir. I got places to be. I got things to do. You're in my way. Share each other's thoughts and feelings and find something you might always treasure. Oh, that first breath of fresh air is going to be greatly treasured, I promise you. Even this scene is kind of laggy. It's not as bad, but it's kind of weird, honestly. I guess there's not as much movement, I was going to say, because there's more kids. There it is. That one guy was a bit framey. It's too many children. That's all they're trying to say. Nintendo actually made it lag on purpose. They're saying, don't put this many kids in one room. You're only going to get bad things that'll happen there, sir. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm going insane. Oh boy, another cutscene. Okay, so this right here, this is a... I know what that's called. Koraidon, Miraidon. Is it like... Why am I... My brain just keeps saying, like, Lizardon. It's not that, is it? Cyclizar, thank you. As in bicycle. So, Miraidon and Koraidon, as their past and future, are actually the past and future forms of this Pokemon. So pretty much everyone in this region uses that thing as a bike, and we've just got the future version of it. Because, you know, the past, they were stronger because dinosaurs, and in the future, they'll be stronger because robots. Basically... the life that you live is the worst possible form it could be, and you should accept that. Thank you, Pokemon. It makes me feel so much better. What are you waiting for, Tech? Let's go. I'm begging you. I am absolutely begging you. What am I waiting for? Disgusting. How dare they say such a thing to me? You get to see the pop in there. Did you see that? These kids are like yay far. I wonder if they'll pop back out. I'm just wasting time. I don't think they will. But it would have been great if they did. Oh. Dang, girl. Your hair's going crazy. The treasure hunt. It's finally starting. What do you mean by treasure? I ain't from here, bro. Yeah, fair question. Yeah. Let's walk and talk. Why? Why do we have to do that, though? Why must we? Down the stairs we go. I'm sure there won't be another cutscene after this. The treasure hunt... Wow, I can't speak anymore. The treasure hunt is a huge part of the Yuva Academy school year. The point isn't to get us all looking for some actual hidden treasure, necessarily. We're more just making our own adventures to see what experiences Paldea's got to offer. Did you like that pause I took there? I thought I would say it as it was intended, and that was totally not awkward at all, right? You could try to beat Pokemon gyms. You could help out people in need. You could hunt for real capital T treasure if you wanted to, even. I didn't read that right. There's stuff we'd never learn sitting in a classroom, you know? This is our chance to learn it. So none of these kids are properly educated, mind you. Like, they can Pokemon battle all day, but you hit them with a 4x3 and they drop. Plus, there's so many chances to battle, which is obviously perfect for me. Obviously. Please open your books to pages 394. Which is what I would be doing if we were actually in school, but no. We take the whole year off. Oh yeah, battling can wait. I meant to... Whoa! Did we just have character development? This is like the first time Sokka wasn't sexist. Battling can wait, she says. I meant to tell you. Did you know your phone's map app lets you set your own destinations? Guys, my lifelong obsession, throw that on the back burner. I was just thinking about this, and I'm just so giddy. I need to tell you. Did you know that one app on your phone lets you... I'm not going further with that. You could try setting one of the gyms as your destination. Okay, so she's being sneaky. You could try, you could try doing what I told you to. You could try making my day. That'd get you on your way easy. How's that for student council president? Giving your... Okay, so now they're going to do this thing where they fight over us and it's super annoying. I'll have to find out, wait and see, right? Okay, and there it is. This is Starfall Street. Basically, they want us to go to the 5 team captains and take them out, which is very similar to the Titan one in the sense that it ends up being one big fight. It is at the end, right? There is a lot of differences to it because you do this weird thing where they really encourage the let's go mode because you have to go in and like fight a bunch of Pokemon on the ground. It's goofy. Yeah, they're all gonna fight and then they're gonna make you choose. And the thing is, you absolutely don't have to. I get that they set this up for character development. You don't have to pick. If you were like, oh, I'm only going to get that game if I can play all 3. First of all, duh. No, it's okay. You got to buy 3 copies if you want to do all of it because you upset Arvin 2 hours into the tutorial. So I'm glad you're making plenty of friends here. Don't do anything dangerous. Anyway, no more weird vibes. We've got a big adventure to start. Back on her psychotic glare. She's giving me like the Kubrick stare almost. I'm gonna battle every single Pokemon trainer I meet. From smiling to frowning in a millisecond. There's no soul in there. If I just keep trying to become the strongest, I bet that experience will be the thing I treasure. Guess I'll start by heading to a gym and training up some new Pokemon. Here, I'll send you a pic. Can't wait to see what this next sentence is. Of what the gym... Okay, whatever. Honestly, in terms of gym building design in this game, awful. And I'm probably just saying that because it's not what I would prefer it to be, and that's like Gen 3, you know, back when it was just an orange dome or whatever. That's what I'm looking for here. Sorry, but like samey New York, you know, like modern skyscraper buildings just in the middle of a field doesn't really do it for me. I know we've been running our mouths, but it's your call what to do. Thank you. I'm glad it's at least self-aware. That's kind of funny. I don't remember that as much the first time, but to be fair, I wasn't trying to speed through it as much. Oh yeah, and then they have to show you that you can ride the Pokemon. Yep. Yay. He turned into a bike. I love this. Because if you watch, and if you watch really closely, you see those tires? You're probably thinking, oh, I know exactly what's going to happen here. You are wrong. You're so wrong, and I'm so sorry that you thought common sense would prevail in this world. Man, this is why I can't get along with you. I'm out of here. Catch up soon, little buddy. He really is gone, huh? Can you say the same thing? Yes! I think we're alone now. The beating of our hearts is the only sound. The treasure hunt has finally begun. Exclamation point. Wow. The game hates itself as much as I hate it. I can't move right now, by the way. It really wants me to take in... Okay, because it's not over yet. He's probably going to tell us to do the Pokedex, if I had to guess. Oh! No, this is the DLC. My bad. When I first played this, the DLC didn't exist. He's going to ask us to go do the DLC, and I'm going to say no. It's actually curious that you can do it right now, because when I played it, I feel like all the Pokemon were high level. But maybe it scales, you know? I'm not heading to the entrance hall. So I guess what we get to do now, you guys, is I will show you kind of our path of attack here. Here's our Pokemon. Oh yeah, by the way, so you thought, you know, oh, okay, he does kind of use the wheels. That's my bad. It's the other guy who just runs. So there you go. Maybe you guys were right. Proud of you. You just showing me wrong every which way, right? Anyways, so our path of attack here, what's going to happen? I do not know the exact order of the gyms, I do vaguely know it. So our first gym is going to be this bug girl right here. I think the second one is maybe the water one, and I feel like the normal type is third, and that's pretty much all I know so far, because I remember I went from her straight to him, and I had a rough time. So he's at least third. His Pokemon are like level 30 or something, and I was suffering through the whole thing. So in the next episode, we're going to make our way to this gym leader and take her out. She's got bug types, but the thing is we should be able to... Let's see if we'll get another Pokemon on the way there. It looks like yes. We're going to go through... Optionally, we can go down through Area 4. I'm not sure where the barrier is. And also through Area 2. And we could even go to Area 6, but she's later on. It doesn't say... Is a real force... Yeah, it doesn't tell you at any point what the order is here, but that is actually kind of hard to get to. You got to do some shenanigans. So, anyways, I think we can get maybe 2 more Pokemon if we really push it next episode, but right now, with this being a bug type, I believe, and I usually know this stuff off the top of my head, I believe, honestly, our Wooper might be our best bet just because of the poison, but either way. So, that's what's going to happen. Next episode, we're going to take on the first gym, and... You guys, it's just like a weight off my shoulders. Finally. Finally, we can be done with all of this crud. But yeah, if that's something you want to see, if you haven't had enough of me yet, for whatever purpose, you're still here, then feel free to, like if you enjoyed. Leave any comments. Like I said, any suggestions you have for this whole formula we've got going on here. If you think that my editing sucks, please tell me, because I want to make it better for you. And honestly, if it makes it any easier for me, then I'm also down. So again, any comments, anything you have to say, great for the algorithm. I really appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe and ring the bell for future episodes of not only this, but also anything else that I produce. And the last thing I want to say is have a good day, guys. Have a good night if it's the afternoon, and I will see you guys in the next episode.